You can see, again, water everywhere. Now you can see there is a river here because this community was divided between Old and New Zagare, and this is the river that divided, and there was a bridge which linked them, and you can, that looks like a new bridge to me, but whatever. The brick houses are obviously new, but the wooden ones in the other direction, not so. It looks very, very nice. We're now in New Zagare, and just to look down, that's an old building made out of stone. Next to it is a whatever, and you can see on the other side of the street also.
This is the Jewish cemetery of New Zagare. Many tombstones are overgrown.
Just an idea again of how beautiful this place is with the water. It's a power station here.
With white lilies.
White lilies. And we just go around on the other side of this bridge here, and you can see then the wall of the cemetery of New Zagare. The previous cemetery we were at was Old Zagare. This is New Zagare. This is the synagogue in Old Zagare. And we might as well, you can look down the street here. You've got the cobblestones and more actually stone buildings, so they're probably newer. Well, we're about maybe 8 or 9 miles south of Zagare, where Leah Chavkin Goldberg lived, and here what you have is we're going actually towards Dameliai, which is where the family name Dameliai must come from, and which is probably where the family is now. I think that Leah Chavkin's, Leah's Menucha's, that is Gertrude Fingom's mother, mother or father's family name was Dameliai. But just you can see how the area is here. It's all very flat. It's the same. And that is that. Well, as we can see here, we'll start with the sign. I'll move up close to it. The sign says Dameliai, which is where the name Dameliai comes from. It's about, probably about 8 miles south of Zagare, where the Chavkins, the Goldbergs in America came from. And what is likely is that this area is where they lived before they came to Zagare, which we're talking maybe about the late 1700s or something like this. And we can just see how we're between Pasvatin and Linkova on our way south, and this is the oldest flour mill that Regina has seen. in Lithuania. A lot of Jews had flour mills. Again, just to see the idea, we're looking toward Pasvatin, which we can't see. The whole place, as usual, is totally... It's flat, green as could be. Very... We are now in Linkova, and we can see on the side of a building which was used as a movie theater that in fact it was a synagogue. We'll look at it. Now why Linkova would be of interest to me is that I believe that the Hillmans were from here already in the 1830s and the 1840s. Just really to go back to what is up there, you have Taf Reish Nun, which is 1890 when this building was built. Here you can see the front of it. With the very interesting wall tiles or crenellations along the top here. Now the reason I think it's the Hillmans that were here is because in around 1869 or 70 in Kelme, a guy was listed, a child of a brother of Israel Hillman was born, and he was listed as being a resident of originally from Linkova. Again, let's just have a peek on the side of the building. It says 5650 up top there, the same thing. Now, here you again have the synagogue from the side view, and it's just interesting to see the houses beside and how they were. Again, this is Linkova, and that is that. On our way between Linkova and Yanishkil, I just missed this. On the way to from Linkova to Yanishkil, there is another old mill like this here, and it's called Radon.
Radon Pamushis.
Okay, and there is back here, if we can see, a woman who is milking her cow, which is a very normal occurrence that you've seen around here, in an interesting little house over there. Now, Birzh itself sits on the southern shore of a huge lake, which is what we're looking around now. It's a very large city. The Jews is one of the earliest places that the Jews settled in here in Lithuania. It had special rights of a city. I think it's in the 15 or 1600s that Jews were first here when they were allowed to settle, and then they were not allowed to settle because the Goyim kept trying to make problems for them. When our family first arrived here, this was a place where the Showens were. Unclear. What is for sure is that they were obviously here already in the 1700s because of the census documents that we have from that time. Okay, I think we're going to be going. The other outstanding feature in this area is the palace of the Raditz. This is actually rebuilt. Who were Protestants and ran this area, and by and large, most of the time, were pretty good to the Jews. They ran this place till about 1804, and then Tiskevich was the Graf who ran it afterwards. Anyway, across what we're looking at here was a school, and you can see next to we have a river here, And next to the river here, the building here on the end here was the mikveh. Here we have also what was a synagogue before. The whole area was Zayap Shamgam.
לא, שם בית ספר.
The school was in the distance. And here is...
כנסת?
This was both a Beit Midrash and Knesset. איפה בית כנסת now?
פה.
And זה היה פה מה? This was what?
בית כנסת.
This was also a synagogue here, which is now apartments. Here we're looking for basically from a bridge. You can see the mikvah, and in the distance over there you can also see the school. And here's a bridge, of course, and the thing is trembling right now because there's some kids driving a bike across this right now. How do you call this river here? לא יודעים. Okay, so that was from... And this is just the other side looking up the river. Apashche is the name of this river. I'm just looking down the... You can in fact see here's an older house here. Interesting, right beside that over there is the street sign which says this is the street of the Karaites. The Karaites haven't lived here since the 17th century. The synagogue by then was taken over by the rabbinic Jews, which is what we are. And this old man here told us that this here was a synagogue before, which is again right across the street from the sign from the Karaites. And just to give you a perspective, this was the bridge that we were just standing on photographing. And right front there. This is again the front